My name is Sarneja, and you're watching Bring Security. We are on day 2 of the advent of cyber, and today's challenge is phishing. Merry Clickmas. Let's get started. So, today's story and tasks revolve around the social engineering attack called phishing. What is phishing? Phishing is when an attacker acts as somebody you know or an authoritative person and tricks you to leak or reveal your sensitive information, such as your passwords, your credentials, your credit card numbers, and things like that. So, what we have for today is that you are a part of the local red team of the best festival company, the fictional company of TryHackMe for the advent of cyber. And the red team has decided to carry out a phishing campaign to check the security awareness of the employees of the company. And the learning objectives are understand what social engineering is, learn the types of phishing, explore how red teams create fake login pages, and use the social engineer toolkit to send a phishing email. We will start our machine and check. First of all, we have what is social engineering. Social engineering refers to manipulating users to make a mistake. Examples of such mistakes include sharing a password, opening a malicious file, and approving a payment. The term social means that the target of such an attack is human beings, not computer system, because human beings are easy to manipulate than actual systems, right? No matter how many layers of authentication the system provides us, if you yourself give the credentials to someone, then that security is of no use. That's why you are an easy target than a system. Consequently, the attacker relies on psychological tricks to get the target user to cooperate. Some psychological factors that can play a key role in the success of such attack is urgency, curiosity, and authority. This is why some would refer social engineering as human hacking. Second, what is phishing? Phishing is a subset of social engineering in which the communication medium is mostly messages. At at one point, the most common phishing attacks happened via email. However, the spread of smartphones along with the ubiquitous internet access has spread phishing to short text messages such as smishing, voice calls, phishing, and QR codes, quishing, and social media direct messages. The attacker's purpose is to make the target user click, open, or reply to a message so that the attacker can steal information, money, or access. Unfortunately, phishing attacks are becoming harder to spot. Even careful people might fall to such attacks if they don't exercise proper care. TVFC security awareness training teaches users about the two anti-phishing mnemonics written as stop and the first stop is from all things secured, which tells the user to ask the following questions before acting on an email. First is, are you suspicious? Is it telling me to click on something? Or is it offering me an amazing deal? Or is it pushing me to do something right now? The second step reminds the user to follow the instructions. Slow down. Scammers run on your adrenaline. Type the address yourself. Don't use the messages link. Open nothing unexpected. Verify first. Prove the sender. Check the real Check the real from address number. Do not reply to, not just a display name. After hours of periodic cyber training, the red team checks if the TBFC staff can dodge fishy emails or not. Now, let us start gaining some hands on experience trying to do this phishing attack. Building the trap. You must sound very convincing. First thing, you must sound very convincing as a pen tester for a successful phishing attack. It's not only how you write, but also how you set the trap up. The trap can be anything depending on the objectives. Then the task is to get target users login system. Imagine some system admin has the access to a very critical server or a database of your company, and somehow the attacker tricks that person into revealing their credentials, and they get direct access to the server like that. So it is very important to have awareness of such attacks and things to look for when you encounter these kind of attempts. Attackers sometimes craft a web page. Okay, so over here we are going to build a dummy web page that will ask users for their login credentials, and the front end is not enough. We also need to capture the credentials. So they already have given us a script and called server.py, and we will run it. The above message indicates that the phishing web application is listening on port 8000. Moreover, the 000 implies that it is bound to all interfaces. To confirm what user will see, use Firefox on attack box and browse to here. Either of these addresses will show you what user with the set it is. Remember to email this link to test our users' vigilance. Okay. The script is placed over here, rooms AoC. Since we did it hands-on on Linux yesterday, we will go to this folder using the command line. cd rooms AoC 2025 D02. Okay, capital D. Yes, we're gonna do ls. We have index.html and server.py. So we will do /server.py, and the server has started on this place. We will go to the Firefox and we can just click it as well, but it will take time to load. Okay, this means your services are up. Delivery via social engineering toolkit set, yeah. As our phishing page is ready, we can now prepare and send the phishing emails to our target users. Sending it from our personal email is the worst idea. Ideally, the email should appear to be coming from a legitimate looking user. For example, we can pretend to be somebody the target user trusts and expects an email from them. One solution is to use the more phishing email appears realistic, the more likely it is for the target user to believe it and get phished. The question is how we can send a realistic looking email that contains our fake login page. We can use this toolkit. It is open source tool primarily designed by David Kennedy for social engineering attacks. It has a lot of features. In particular, it lets you compose and send a phishing email. Let's create a phishing email. To start the tool, type set toolkit into the terminal and it will present you with a menu containing multiple options. We are still not done with the Mozilla Firefox page loading. Okay, let us try to go here. Okay, yeah. TBFC staff portal. Wow, it looks so authentic. Great. Let us go back to our terminal. And somebody came on our server and it was logged here. Now we will use another instance. Now we will use another instance of the oopsie terminal. Now we will use the SET, Social Engineering Toolkit. And first we will start the tool using this command. Okay. Select from the menu social engineering attacks, pen testing, third-party modules, update the social engineering toolkit, update set and 99, exit. We go to social engineering and it's easy to update. Okay. Select from the menu, we are doing, so there are various attacks listed over here. We are going to go with spear phishing vector attacks. And then we have Session module allows you to specifically graph email messages and send them. So what is spear phishing? First, spear phishing is when you research a bit about your target. So, what is spear phishing? Spear phishing is a more focused type of phishing in which you know details about your target. So, for example, if you know that person has a bakery, so you will think of something related to raw materials. So, you can easily trick them into believing you. A large number of people, you can send it to a small or large number of people with attached file format, malicious payloads. If you want to spoof your email address, be sure send email is installed apt and change configuration. There are two options. One is getting your feet wet and letting set to everything for you, option one. The second is to create your own uh, file format, payload, and use it in your own. Either way, good luck, enjoy. What are they telling us to do? We have to pick up mass mailer. It is in the menu with the type of social media we want to use an attack. In this case, we'll pick mass mailer. Yeah, because we have to send it to a lot of people. So yes, we have to go there. We will choose the mass mailer once it comes here. Mass mailer. Okay. Email attack, single email address, email attack, mass mailer. Now we would be asked to select between two options. One option allows us to send the phishing email to a single address, while the other option enables us to send an email to many people. Here we would select option one, email attack single email address. For now, send email to, they have given us the email factory@webull.thm. Use Gmail account for your email attack or use your own server or open relay. I think we have to use second. From address, we have to type updates flying deer.thm. I made a typo error, but that is fine, I guess. From name, let's use the name Flying Deer. Flying Deer is the delivery services for this TBFC company. So they are pretending to be that. Spear phishing, you see. Username for open relay, we will leave it blank and just hit enter key. Password for open relay, we will leave it blank. And SMTP email server address will deliver directly to the TBFC mail server by entering this. Port number for SMTP is 25 and we will leave it as default. Flag this message as high priority. We don't need it, so no. And do you want to attach a file? No. Do you want to attach an inline file? No. Email subject. Shipping schedule changes. Let us choose some other subject. Let us say urgent. Delivery update. Urgent action required. Oops. I think the arrow works for you. We will say urgent action required delivery update. Okay. Send the message as HTML or plain. We will keep the choice default of plain text and just hit enter key. Okay. Enter the body of the message and type end capitals when finished. Create and type any convincing message. Make sure to include URL this to check if the target will fall for the string. What we will include in the body of this: for your order ID, hash OR 11234321. the shipment was delivered to an incorrect location. Log in to track the shipment and update your correct address. Link ex expires in 30 minutes. No, let us keep it 5 minutes. Next line of the book. Okay, I think we're just gonna leave it blank and say end. Set has finished sending their mails and press enter to continue. Now we will go to the terminal and we have to wait for some time. Let us try to send credentials by ourselves from the Firefox. Where did the Firefox go? There it is. Okay, let us go for, or we should say admin, admin, sign in. Not re-authentication. Do we have details over here? Yes. Post. Username and password. You have been phished. Okay. What is the password used to access the TVFC portal? Okay, we have to access the password, or these people are going to give us. They said to wait for 2 to 3 minutes. After that, somebody was going to type in 404. I think let us wait for some time. Until then, try to complete the other tasks. Yeah. Browse to this place from within the attack box and try to access the mailbox of the factory user to see if previously harvested admin password has uh, has been reused on the email portal. What is the total number of toys expected for delivery? So I did not receive that mail because of one silly mistake that I made. We had to provision two machines, the attacker machine and the target machine. I only provisioned the attacker machine, and so I did not get the response from the target machine. And yeah, so I redid the things, and let's hope we get it now. We're gonna wait for a couple of minutes. Okay, yes, this time we were able to get the credentials. The capture credentials are admin and password is unranked wisdom anthem and HTTP1 get request. So the password here is okay, we have to go here. Firefox is open and okay, the username was admin and the password was unranked wisdom. Round cube webmail. Let us see. Login here. I might have mistyped the password. Wait, let us copy from here itself. The mailbox of the factory user, we are going to the admin user and we have to check for the same password. Yes, it worked now. This was the email that we sent, and yes, it worked out. Browse over here and to see if previously have a admin password has been reused. What is the total number of toys expected for delivery? I think we had some mail over here. Yeah, it is 1984000. If you enjoyed today's room, feel free to check out this room. Check. And we're done. Finally. You won one advent of cyber ticket. Continue. Okay, what you did, CD, you successfully navigated, and what to improve. There was a failure in setting executable permissions on some script, which may impact ability to launch the phishing server correctly. Okay, wait, continue. What do I will? We will now quickly see what we learned today, but first. Let me quickly summarize what we learned in today's room. First, we saw social engineering and why it is so effective. It is because humans are easy to manipulate than systems. Then we saw about phishing, that it is a type of social engineering delivered through messages, email, SMS, or voice calls, QR codes, and even your Instagram DMs. Then we came across this stop checks, the two mnemonics that are very useful in breaking down how to prevent against and how to detect phishing attempts. It says suspicious, telling me to click something, offering me an amazing deal, or pushing me to do something right now. Then the second one says slow down, scammers run on your adrenaline, type the address yourself and open nothing unexpected and prove the sender. Then we finally built the trap. We tried a hands-on activity where we crafted a meticulous phishing email, and for that we used the social engineering toolkit (SET). First, we started the kit, and then we chose the spare phishing attack vectors. Sorry. Then we chose the mass mailer attack from the menu, and then we crafted the email acting as a legitimate delivery service, and then we were able to extract the credentials of one of the user, and then we also log into their mail account. And yes, that is it for this room. See you in next one.